Salver.
I think we've been involved in 5 horses with Heart of the South, and they had a day out at the Tattersalls for everyone. And we just said we fancied having a go on our own. Eloise said, come down and see Gary, tell him what you want and he'll sort you out. So I came down, told him what I want, and he didn't have anything like it.
What did you want?
A 2-year-old that I could name and go right the way through with it. But Gary suggested trying Salver. Thought he might come good before Christmas.
If you'd have seen him walking around at a Derby sale as a 4-year-old with the pedigree that he had, he would have made a lot, he'd have been 100 grand's worth sort of thing, I just went on pedigree and looked just at the look of the horse, and if you see him walk, he doesn't have to do that well, he's some walker, if I lead him out, I have to run with him to keep up with him with his walk, and they say good walker, good galloper, so it definitely works in his case.
Yeah, he's a lovely boy. He's very sweet. Loves his carrots. Don't you, mate?
How long have you been at Gary's for?
I've been at Gary's, I think 9 years now. So yeah, quite a while. But yeah, he's definitely the nicest horse that I've had to look after.
Dad was looking through the Arcana catalogue of marking off horses he was interested in. Saw he's a half brother to Salger. Wow, that's a big positive straight away. Nicky Belander was in Arcana. Could you go and have a look at this horse to see how he looks? And Nicky liked what he saw, so we bought him on spec. He's obviously, he was cheap now when you look at him.
Our mindset at the top, have a go on our own. Silks, like that. We're in Fulham colours. That's our team, but they're black and white, and pink was a reserved team colours when we bought Salver.
But he's not mid-table, is he?
Well, he might be. We're not sure yet. We're not sure, but he's a little bit more consistent than Fulham, to be honest. I wanted to name a horse, wanted to do it all, but it just didn't work out that way. Thank goodness.
Otherwise, you would have called it like Cottager or something.
No, Johnny and the Maestro.
After?
Yeah, Johnny Ain't, yeah. That's the next one.
I'd offered this horse to 3 or 4 people and couldn't get rid of him, and he was very inexpensive, and it's just like Keith said, and I said, really you should have a go at this one, I think he bought him about a week before he was ready to run, and he won. I think he must have thought Chris was all coming at once.
You make much of those silks, the Fulham colours, he says.
Is that right? I didn't know they were Fulham's colours. That away or home. Yeah.
But good guy, Keith.
It's a top class man. Top class. Him and his wife, they're here. They come down once a week, see his horse. Very, very. He's learning all the time. And just loves his racing.
So we said yes, and then we went to Warwick first. Jamie rode it first before he had his accident, and he finished like a train at Warwick.
Time it precedent, well beaten back in 3rd place now. Salver not looking the most straightforward, and again edged awkwardly to his right over that, but on the flat he gallops on quite strongly again. Salver trying to see off Accelero. The two of them have drawn 25 lengths clear. It's a good effort on debut for Salver. Salver wins it for Gary and Jamie Moore.
Jamie won on him first time, and then Caoilin's taken over ever since. But once he won first time, and he was so green when winning, he had to improve it, and he had to improve for a better ground, a softer ground. Yeah.
We knew last season what a good horse he is. Jamie said when he won him at Warwick, first time I ever heard horse, he said, this is a proper horse. He said, where that took me to pull up. It's incredible. He said, he gave me a proper feel. We obviously took him to Exeter after that. I think he won very nicely that day. Caoilin rode him before. Jamie obviously got injured before. We might as well claim of him with the penalty he's got. But he didn't need to be claimed off that day. Fortunately for Caoilin.
Here he comes now, up towards the final flight now. Salver is over it clear by about 3 to 4 lengths. He was pretty green at Warwick on debut this one, but he seems to have learned a lot, and he's powering away in good style, in a very professional style, to make it 2 out of 2. Caoilin Quinn for Gary Moore in Keith Brazier's colours.
Gary said if we go to Exeter, if he runs all right at Exeter, we might go for the juvenile finale at Chepstow, yeah. So we went to Exeter and he won, and then went to the juvenile finale and it poured down. It was, you know, monsoon-like weather.
In third place, so just one flight left to jump for Salver in the hands of Caoilin Quinn. For owner Mr. Keith Graves, Salver spot on over the last and clear by 12. Balboa over in second place, Harsh clattered through it in third, but the unbeaten Salver is going to make it 3 out of 3 here.
And he just splashed his way through it, won that race, run it well to be honest, and then we went to the Triumph Hurdle.
And they're off.
He really shouldn't have run in the Triumph, although I wanted to run him in the Triumph, and it was a stupid thing to do because he got put up 16 for running in the Triumph, you know.
They race away for the JCB Triumph Hurdle. Salver over on the far side.
But I just felt that he should have run in the Fred Winter. But I had another horse that I wanted to run in the Fred Winter as well, which was too low in the handicap, and I'm sure he would have won the Fred Winter, but that's by the by, isn't it? You know. But so anyway, he ran a Triumph and ran with tremendous credit, I thought.
He didn't get given a hard time that day, and hopefully he's come out of it.
And the winner of that race, favourite for the Arkle.
Exactly, yeah. I'd say he could be favourite for the Arkle as well if we took him over fences this season, but we thought we'd wait for next season.
Coming in.
Keith said, as the success comes, naturally the expectations grow as well.
I noticed it on Railcool Hurdle Day. He was a bit jittery in the parade ring before. I just will leave him to it.
In what sense?
Almost a bit nervous, would you say?
So
he's feeling it because there is more expectation with the horse now. So
Coming in, and they're off and racing for the Grade 2 Dawn and Engineering Railkeel Hurdle.
We actually watched the race in the parade ring because even though it's New Year's Day, there's still a very big crowd there.
Gowell Road, lucky place, Salver, a close third, Golden Ace within 2 lengths of the lead in fourth.
Yeah, it wasn't a great day.
That quartet have broken away from the rallying Thunder Rock and Langadan, who's weakened quickly. 4 of them with a live chance heading towards the final flight. Lucky Place has now collared long-time leader Gowell Road. Golden Ace jumped. Salver came down at the final hurdle on the run for home.
When he went over, we were watching the pitch and you don't see him getting up. And Ollie Bell turned around straight away and said he's up.
And Salver's crossed the line seemingly unscathed.
It was fair play to him. He was fantastic. He turned around and said, the horse is up, the horse is safe.
I was just so relieved when I went up and caught him and it was all in one piece.
So you had to run out there and...
Yeah, I had to run to the top and go and get him, didn't I?
And then we didn't know how he would be after that, but we're just happy he got up. And then came back here and they couldn't believe how unaffected he was by it. Obviously he was. And then he ran 16 days later at Windsor and really was a bit unlucky not to win.
But he's got better as time's gone on. I mean, he was pretty slick at Windsor the other day, you know. And he had a heavy fall at Cheltenham just 3 weeks before, or 2 weeks before even, you know, and I probably half rushed him back there in hindsight, which is a great thing. But, you know, probably come soon enough after a heavy fall. He had a massive hematoma when he fell at Cheltenham, you know, and that only just about gone by the time he got to Windsor.
Langer down, here's the final hurdle. Salver over in front from Blue King Daru, the far side. Near side is the mean line. This trio getting away from Iberico Lord up the run in. It's near side the mean line, who's now gone on from Salver, who's battling inside the final half. The mean line from Salver, then Blue King Daru. It's the mean line to come home in front. The mean line from Salver, the mean line beats Salver.
Always in the back of my mind was Fontwell, because I thought that would be the best race for him, avoiding Cheltenham. It's a valuable race, and I do think can be quite a winnable race, you know.
Okay.
I hope I'm not proved wrong.
So he'll school twice up over the hurdles, or maybe once. I'll see how Caoilin. He can get a bit hot about things, so.
So we look like we're on for Fontwell then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Be nice to get a number one next to your name again, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just to...
Yeah. Deserves it. Initial thoughts on a bit of work this morning in schooling?
Yeah, I'm very happy with him. He's in great form, schooled well, so all systems go now next Sunday.
He flew over those hurdles, didn't he?
Yeah, he's normally, I know he obviously unfortunately fell at Cheltenham, but he's always been a pretty good jumper, so that's one of his good assets.
What do you feel his kind of ideal trip is at the moment?
2.5. We always thought last year that he is going to be a 2.5, 3 miler. But this year I'd stick to 2.5. I'd say that's his ideal trip. He probably will get further when he goes over fences.
And what would your hopes for him be for the rest of the season? What do you really?
Try and pick up a few races with him. Hopefully he goes and runs well at Fontwell, and then I'm not sure where we'll go after that, but I'm sure we'll make a plan after Fontwell anyway.
How do you think the Fontwell race might suit him?
I think track will be perfect. Hopefully there's nice soft ground. He shows his best on softer ground. So yeah, the track should suit, and fingers crossed we get there in one piece.
We'll look to run him in the National Spirit Hurdle. Obviously, it might be a bit on the sharp side for him, but I think we know how to ride him now over that trip, and hopefully we might get a bit of rain, and it does end up suiting a galloper like him, a stayer like him. Be nice to run him local for once. Be handy just to take him down the road, run him around Fontwell. It's a good race in that it's good prize money, and it's a suitable, like it's 3 times up the hill, so I always think it suits a stay around there. As much as a tight speed track, it does actually suit a horse at a galloper if you just ride him accordingly. Obviously Barracuda won it once before he won the Stayers Hurdle, I remember one year. So it used to be used as a prep for the Stayers Hurdle, but it comes a bit close to Cheltenham now, and I think people don't like really going to Fontwell, especially as most of them are training in Ireland. So
I'm worried about you sending something there.
Well, perhaps, yeah. But no, it'd just be good to take him somewhere local, yeah, and run him on a nice track like Fontwell.
How is he feeling around this time of year, mid-February?
Yeah, he's doing good. Obviously, I couldn't be more pleased with him. You know, the way you seen him at school this morning, he was pretty good, pretty nimble on his feet and everything. And his work's been, is good. He does a lot of his work with Botox Haas.
What would be the ideal result for the finish of the season? Starting at Fontwell, you're hoping for the best. What else are you hoping of?
Hoping for the best at Fontwell. Be down to Gary if we go to Cheltenham. It can only be the Coral Cup. I don't know if Gary would consider Liverpool, because it can start drying out a bit come April. And there's a race at Sandown the last day of the season, the Select Hurdle, I think it is. But it's good. It's a nice problem, but the better you are, the less races you got to pick from. And then next year, I think Gary and Josh and Caoilin as well, you'd have spoke to him, that they want to go chasing.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll go wherever they say, but they want to go chasing, and there's a lot more races available chasing. But they seem to think you'll do it, but one race at a time. After Cheltenham, one race at a time.
you might be standing here again next year talking about something like the Brown Advisory or something like that.
Yeah, we might not be, but one race at a time. Yeah, just we do Fontwell first, and then make the most of it while we're in the game.
So, final word from Salver's groom before he runs hopefully at Fontwell. What would you be saying to people that might want to have a fiver on him?
Why not?